Good morning. Standing room only. So this side of the room doesn't count because you're all the track chairs.
Not all, not all.
So we're going to stand on this side.
No, that's not true. It's not true.
I'm kidding. I think this is the first time we do Conference Maximizer at Fusion. My name is Vidal. I work at the University of Miami and I'm a practitioner. Are we introducing ourselves?
I guess so.
No. This is Bruno. I met Rayanne about 4 years ago at the Service Management Conference for HDI. That's before HDI and ITSMF merged together, which now we have Fusion. This is the second year in a row. So we met 4 years ago in a higher ed forum that you facilitated. Rayanne is the Service Catalog and Portfolio Management track chair, and she's got a session today at 11:30, session 202, Building Business Partnerships Through Service Level Management.
And Eddie is the track chair of Virtualization ITSM, and his session's tomorrow. It's number 406, and it's Incident Management Metrics at the University of Miami.
So they asked us to do this. This is the first time for this session, because we've never presented before in front of this many people.
We're learning with you.
So this is our Maximizer initiation. So we're going to talk about a few tricks and treats and helpful hints for this conference so you can get the most out of it. How many people here, this is their first conference, first Fusion? Oh, it's not. Okay. Anybody, besides the track chairs, has anybody been to a Fusion conference before? You're a track, are you a track? No? You've been to a Fusion conference before? Which one? The regional one? So what brings you to this Maximizer? Your boss? Okay. Is your boss in this room? Oh. Okay. Well, first of all, in order to get into every session, you need this badge. No shirt, no shoes, no badge, no in. You can't get in. You want Vanna White, would you like to go through some of the stuff in the...
You can say it, I'll just hold it up.
Okay.
I'm Vanna.
So the first thing here is the pocket guide. That's going to show you your schedule. There's also the big guide, but the smaller guide has the schedule, all the classes, the times, and the rooms that they're located in. It also has a site map in case you get lost. You can go and look in there. Also the reception tickets. Which one do we have there?
This one is the one tonight. Fusion, oh no, that's the wrong one. The networking reception?
You need that ticket, and I think there's 2 drink tickets also. So if you drink, if you don't drink, feel free to donate them to Rayanne or myself. We'll find a way to use them. There's also meal tickets. In order for you to eat, you need the meal tickets. And for the conference party tomorrow night, you need that too.
And a costume. We'll talk about that.
Okay, you're up.
Okay, so first of all, as far as what to wear, for each of the sessions, you can just wear business casual, and also be prepared in case the rooms are cold. So bring a sweater or a jacket, just so you're comfortable. Also, for the conference party, I was kidding, you don't have to wear a costume, but we would really love for you to wear a costume. So you can dress up or dress down, and again, we'll give you a little more detail about that shortly.
So who here has the Fusion app, or who, better yet, who doesn't have the Fusion app? What are you waiting for? If you have a mobile device, you need to download it. On the Fusion app or on the conference website, you can build your schedule. And for those of you that built it in advance, if you selected a certain session, you are not obligated to go to that session. You can. But the reason that we have this schedule built in advance is so we can prepare and allocate the correct room to the speakers. Some speakers have a lot more individuals that have registered for their session, so they assign them to a bigger classroom or a bigger room. But if you haven't taken advantage of setting up your schedule, you still have the pocket guide that you can go through. But if not, tonight or later on, if you get on the website or on the app, you can go ahead and set up your schedule and have it ready. It'll attach to your Microsoft Outlook calendar. It'll create entries, so at least you know where to go.
And it is helpful. I just saw somebody from my class, a pre-con, and I said, hey, which one are you going to? He goes, I'll tell you in a minute. I set it up, I'm looking for it. So he had it right there on his phone, and that's how he's going from session to session, knowing what conference room it is, etc. Now, as far as that app, Eddie's already driving me nuts with this. First of all, this app is awesome, and if you download it, it gives you opportunities to find out a little bit about the speakers, find out a little bit about what the sessions are, also to connect with each other. And you probably may have already noticed, if any of you have it, that there's a leaderboard. So last night I was sitting with Tony and Eddie, and they were looking to see who was first. As soon as Eddie walked in here this morning, he loaded a picture and he checked in. So that's what you do. You check in each of the sessions. There are a lot of different opportunities for you to get the points. It's not all about points, Eddie.
No. But my session's on metrics, so.
However, it is available on your iPhone, your iPad, the Droid. It's easy to download, easy to use. Also a great way to collaborate, connect with others, to get your map. If you're directionally challenged like me, you need to have those to get through the conference. And again, to know what schedule you're going to or what session you're going to and where it is.
So usually in all the sessions they go, put away your cell phones and all that. We're telling you, take it out. Download the app. Build your schedule.
Get your points. Beat Eddie.
Don't forget to eat. I know we're busy, we're going to a lot of sessions, there's a lot of parties, but there's food. As you can tell, you had breakfast served out there. There's also lunch every day in Expo Hall A, and tonight's networking reception, and tomorrow's party, there's going to be food. And then Wednesday morning, there's also going to be breakfast.
Speaking of tomorrow morning, we will have more breakfast briefings. We don't really need to tell you about this because you're here at 7:30. Thank you for that. And the breakfast briefings, as you saw, there are options of what breakfast briefing you'd like to go to. And there will be food, just like there is today, that you can get before you come in, and your coffee, and start your day at a breakfast briefing.
Session handouts. Did anybody download any session handouts before coming to conference? You did? Okay. You download them on paper or you download them to your iPad? Okay. There are some speakers at times that they may change a couple of the slides and they may mention that in their session and then they can provide you their business card. But you can, for those of you that have the mobile devices, you can download the session handouts now and then you can go through them or take notes. The username is Fusion12. The password is attendee. And if you didn't write that down, or you have something to write with, but it's also in the bigger book, that one, page 3. It has the username and password. So any of the session handouts are available in advance.
And then we'd like to thank Extraction Solutions because they have provided internet access for us, or internet wireless while we're here. You have access to it in any of the conference areas. Now I do want to point out that what you're looking for is Fusion 12 as a network name. You'll see Gaylord, you'll also see Fusion 12. So this is the one that's sponsored for us. To log in, your username is Extraction with a capital X, and then the password is Solutions with a capital S. You won't be able to log in otherwise.
So no excuse to get on the leaderboard.
Please, get on the leaderboard. He's number 7, we need to have some way ahead of him.
Tonight's networking activity, there's a lot of sponsors that make, what's that?
Ah, there we go.
Username Extraction, capital X, password Solutions. But it's also in your book, page 3. It's on there.
Dana was failing here.
Come on, Dana.
I know. So it's listed here as well.
Tonight's networking activity is sponsored by Log Me In. This is your commercial break during the conference maximizer. From 5 to 7 tonight. There's going to be hors d'oeuvres, and don't forget those drinks.
And your drink coupons. The conference party. How many of you have your costume ready? Oh, I see some. Yeah. Oh, Daryl Covey's excited for it, and I saw that hand go up really fast. Okay, so those who aren't track chairs, let me see. How many of you have your costumes ready? Oh, yay, thank you in the back. I'm going to give you a prize maybe. All right, in case you haven't, Eddie and I were thinking about it last night, and we were just thinking, you know, there are a lot of things around in your room that you can use. I just didn't have
This is a little small on me.
I didn't have a visual of that before, but you do have your robe, and you have your slippers, and a shower cap. I'm willing to give this up if anybody would like to use it. It could be...
Should I leave this on or take it off?
No, take it off. You could be Hugh Hefner. Or actually, I was thinking, you could use the toilet paper, wrap it all around you, and be a mummy. So it's really easy. There's something you can do. And if not, if you don't like our ideas, we are providing you with some props. So we have some really nice masks. We do have the cowboy hat that he was already wearing. So we've got something, bolo ties, a lot of different options for you when you arrive. But really, it's more fun if you're all dressed up with us. So please wear costumes, anything you can think of. But it is Tuesday night, and you have a ticket to get in. If you do want to bring any guests, it's $50. You can buy a ticket for $50, so you can bring guests with you as well that aren't part of the conference.
You know what I noticed last year is if you're not going to the reception, I know there's other individuals here that bring their spouses. Use the mobile app to maybe share a ticket and things like that. Use this mobile app to network and talk to other people. There's a lot of collaboration on there, and there's a lot of messages going back and forth.
We're going to share rides to the airport.
And you can get more points for the leaderboard.
I don't know, I'm tired of it. You know about that leaderboard, right? No more, Eddie.
Okay, so why do you come to conference? We're not going to do all the talking here. Why do you come to conference?
My boss is going to several years and report to so she's
Your boss, okay, she suggested it. Anybody here come to network? Tony does. Okay, so let me ask this question. How many people in here are individuals who maybe manage their service desk? Okay, raise those hands higher. So look around. You guys should talk to each other. You should network. Because I guarantee you that there's issues that you come up in your organization, or a manager or your boss comes to you and says, I want you to work on a project, or I want you to build something. And I can guarantee you somebody else has done this already. So why reinvent the wheel? Talk to them. Network. Did everybody here go to the expo hall last night? Did you meet lots of new people? Did you collect business cards? Yeah? Anybody collect 5 business cards? More than 5? How many did you collect? 15 business cards. Now, out of those 15 people, did you form a connection with anybody? Okay. Did everybody hear her? She said she formed some connections with people that work in the ITSM, and they can collaborate, and they've learned from each other, and you would hope that you're going to reach out to them after. Yeah, because when I said, did you form a connection, I didn't mean like a dating game or anything like that. But did anybody collect more than 15 cards? No? What is your name? Janita. Janita wins a $10 Starbucks gift card for collecting the most business cards.
So she's the networking queen so far. I do want to tell you about one of my favorite apps. It's a free download, and if you're part of LinkedIn, there is an app, and it's for your Droid or for any iPhone or anything. It's called CardMunch, munch.com, and then you don't have to actually take the card, and so everybody will have plenty to go around. You take a picture of it, they transfer out the information, it comes back with all the contact information, last name, first name, and very nicely, it has a button to link in LinkedIn. So I don't know if you're like me, but I've had stacks of business cards for years that I've collected at conferences that I was always going to put into a spreadsheet, but now there's an app for that. So it's another way that you can network very easily. And if you didn't bring your cards, you can just muster up one, then you can let everybody do that.
So you have to get out of your comfort zone to meet other people. I'm standing up here, and this is outside of my comfort zone, speaking in front of groups. It's taken me a long time to get to this point. But the thing is, you come to these conferences, and I'm the local chapter president for the South Florida HCI chapter, and every single meeting, I do the same thing. Because we start with networking and registration. And I ask, how many cards did you collect? Who does this position? Raise your hands. Because after, you should be talking to each other. I mean, take advantage. You're going to go to a lot of sessions, you're going to learn a lot of things, but you're going to learn just as much from your peers.
The Expo Hall. How many of you did say you went there last night? Quite a few, right? Oh, great. Almost everybody. Well, Well, you already know where it is. It's open today from 11 to 3:30, and then this evening from 5 to 7. We have that reception as well. And then tomorrow from 11 to 3:15. If you don't know about the prize giveaway, those of you who haven't been to this conference before, you probably don't know about it. It's awesome, but you have to work for it. You have to collect stamps, and when you collect those stamps, you'll get raffle tickets, and then you'll be able to use those raffle tickets to be put into the raffle where you can win a prize, like an iPad, and actually, yes.
Last year?
Yes.
What did you win?
No, what did you win, Eddie?
What did you win?
Eddie won an iPad, the newest version. He was holding an iPad, you know, his old iPad, and he wins a new iPad, so he gave that away to a family member and was quite pleased with that. But everybody wins, a lot of people win. Hopefully this year, get your raffle tickets in so Eddie doesn't win again. But I did win in the past. So it is. Anybody can win. And we'll tell you in a little bit about a way you can get more tickets so you have even a better chance. However, there is one caveat. You must be present to win. So that actual giveaway is on Tuesday at 2 p.m. It's a drawing. They will call out the ticket number. And if you're the lucky winner, you get to go up and get your ticket. Not your ticket. You have to go up and get the prize.
So everybody in their bag should get this, and then when there's certain booths that have stamps, this is what you want to fill out. Once you complete this, then you go ahead and bring it to the registration desk. And it's very important for you to be present to win. So for Rayan and my sake, don't show up. Don't be there. Gives us a better opportunity to win. The drawing's at 2. I think it's from 2 to 2:30, and each of the vendors provide really nice gifts. There's probably about 30 to 40 gifts. Book signing. Right at our first session is Mark Sanborn, and he's got a book called Encore Effect. So if you go to the session and you have the book or you buy the book, you can go out there and get it signed. Same with Libby Gill. She's got a book called You Unstuck. These are the 3 keynote speakers that are going to be outside over here in near the bookstore. After their session. There's 5 keynotes, but these 3 are going to be signing after. So if you're a big fan of theirs, or you really enjoy their presentation, go ahead and purchase a book and get it autographed.
And speaking of the books, we do have a bookstore. That bookstore we have the inventory in there based on the keynote speakers, based on some other speakers. Also, we have the HDI publications. We have a lot of ITSMF publications. So there are a lot of great resources. The bookstore is open. You can use your credit card, take those home. As he said, if you'd like to buy one from the keynote, you can have them sign it. And people usually enjoy this because it's right here when you hear about it. Also, you'll hear from others while you're networking and learning from each other about books that they find really useful. So most of the speakers were asked if there were any books that they recommended, and whether they wrote them or not, they would recommend books that were really helpful in that particular topic. At the Internet Cafe, we didn't mention that. If you're not carrying your laptop around, we also have an opportunity for you to use laptops at the Internet Cafe, so it is a way that you can log in pretty quickly and look at your email. Or we also have a message board there, which is one other way that you can connect to attendees. So look for your name, see if it scrolls, see if somebody left you a message. Or better yet, have it on your device through the app and get points.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that anymore.
I said you couldn't talk about it anymore.
Is anybody here Prism credentialed? You are? I'm not going to embarrass you. You'll be first. Can you share, Catherine, can you share with us what Prism Credentials is?
So Prism is an organization that has recognized service professionals. It has different levels you can achieve throughout the program. And you can earn credits towards your credential. What's the first level? Student? What's the first level?
Associate, professional.
There's 5 different levels.
Yeah. And you have a booth there actually, so it's a great place to go get more information. If you ever try to go to a session, you can actually earn some credits for your credentials. This is special development as well. So worth checking out.
And Catherine is actually one of the mentors that will be at the booth, and that's something Eddie will tell you about.
Catherine will be at the booth mentoring you?
No, there will be mentors, so you can go to the booth and speak with one of the Prism mentors. That's a free service.
It's in booth 219, but if you want to learn more about Prism, Go to the prisminstitute.org. It's basically, they're trying to, I don't want to use the word copy, but anybody here is a PMP, project management professional. So ITSMF and this PRISM program is trying to do something similar. So what's happening is there's the IDLE Foundation exam and certification. A lot of people are getting those, and it's basically a piece of paper. What PRISM is going to allow you to do is have more of a distinguished certification, or what's the word I'm looking for?
That's assuming that you know how to apply that information, right? That you got the expertise.
So go to that booth and get some free advice.
Oh, the crime scene investigation. We are in IT, right? And we all should be really good at solving problems. So you have a card in your badge for you to put on that problem-solving hat, turn it over, and answer the questions. And guess what? You get 5 more tickets if you turn this in at the registration desk for that raffle that we told you about at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, where you can win an iPad or some of the other gifts that are out there. And I'm not aware, this time I don't know all the prizes, but they're always great. Always worth doing this and winning.
You get 5 more tickets. So we're going to cheat a little. No. But one of the things, networking. So if you don't have an answer, go to someone and ask for help. Question number 1, who are the co-producers of Fusion 12? HDI and ITSMF.
There you go. They just gave you your first answer.
There you have your first one.
You're on your way toward extra tickets.
5 more tickets. But remember, you have to be present to win. Social media. There's many ways to connect. Sometimes I think, and I'm a big follower of social media, but sometimes I think it takes away from the person-to-person interaction. And these conferences are great to meet people in person and have those conversations. But then after you leave here, or even during your conference, there's other ways to network and collaborate. If you use a # SMF or SM Fusion 12, you'll see a Twitter trail or news feed on the Fusion website. There's also other ways to connect. There's the Fusion app, of course. There's Facebook pages for ITSMF and HDI, LinkedIn groups. So use this to your advantage. Grow your network. There's also HDI Connect, the ITSMF website, and the HDI website.
And the HDI Connect is where you can connect with others in the blog. Also, you have professionals in the industry that are out there writing blogs. You can comment. And this is another way to find out what's going on in other people's organizations and to learn from them. And that's truly the value of this, is that you have to go back and do your jobs, right? So there are people who have done what you're doing before. They can give you those lessons learned without you learning it the hard way, or they can give you candid information about vendors, about different just options. So again, it's not just about the conference, it's about after the conference being able to really use this every day where you work. And as far as feedback, for us to continually improve the conference and also for speakers to get better individually at speaking and delivering information to you, we need to have your feedback. So you have a few ways to do that. We do have surveys in the back of the book, so you can do it the traditional way where you carry your pen and you have the book and you tear it out and you fill it all out. Or we can make it a little bit easier for you where you can actually use the app and probably get points for that toward the leaderboard position. You also can go to the link that you see on the bottom here, where you can come up and scan that there. But this takes you to the link, and we have the survey right on the link, so you can do that after each of the sessions. We always advise that you do it right after the session because it's when it's still fresh. It's when it's not overwhelming because you have a lot of them to do. So on your way out, on your way to your next session, or out for your break food, you can go ahead and fill out that evaluation and help us to continually improve.
I don't know if you've ever spoken, but all the speakers love feedback, regardless of whether it's positive or negative. Because those of us that want to get better, we learn from our mistakes. And this is the first year that we do the Conference Maximizer, so take advantage and please fill out the survey, either from the back of your book or use the app. We want to know if this session is helpful. We think it is, but we want to hear the feedback.
And also, if you think it might have been more useful a little earlier this morning, or maybe last night, if you think it would have been a different time slot that is better for you as well, let us know, because the idea is to help you figure out how to get the most out of the conference.
So what do you do after conference? There's a few things. And I'm talking to you on these bullet points based on the practitioner's point of view. I'm a practitioner. So the first thing is, there's a lot of sessions here, and you're not going to be able to be at 8 different locations at one time. So I'm not sure if you're aware, in your bag, you can order the CDs or the DVDs of all the sessions.
It's very reasonably priced.
It's $99 for everything, and I think it includes all 5 keynotes. And every conference that I've been to for HDI and ITSMF, I've purchased this. So not only do you get the recordings, you also get the slide decks or the PowerPoint presentations. So if there's something that you miss, it's a great opportunity to go and listen to it again. And I'm sure that if you have a question about that session, every presenter has their contact information. You reach out to them, I can almost guarantee you that they'll respond to you if you have a particular question about that session.
And you might want to take a look. I'm not sure if are all the keynotes on there this time?
They are, all 5, yes.
That's fortunate. That doesn't always happen. But that is a good way if you're trying to decide between them. You want to hear the questions and everything going on in the session, go to those, and then you'll have the information afterwards to listen to for the others.
Collect business cards so you can win a Starbucks gift card, right? Collect business cards, network, collaborate. Also, as a practitioner, we're going to learn so many things. Our heads are going to spin. We're going to write down and take so many notes. But just key on 3 things. Key on 3 things that you think, okay, this is something that maybe I can implement, like the low-hanging fruit when I get back into my organization. But start off with just 1. It's not like you're going to implement 57 different things that you're going to learn here. Just take a couple back, and at least you can go back and say, these conferences add a lot of value to your career and your organization, but if you can come back and implement 1 thing right away, it makes a world of difference. For those of you that happen to be lucky enough to be close to a local interest group for ITSMF or an HDI local chapter, I highly recommend that you go to their local chapter meetings. For HDI, I think you can go to their website and you can look at, you go under memberships or local chapters, and they list all the chapters around the country. There's 60. For ITSMF, I'm going to guess that if you go to their website, you can probably see a list of local chapters in your area. A lot of the sessions that you hear here, you're going to see some of the same speakers in those local chapters. So take advantage of that, and especially if you're a member. Is there anybody in here that is not a member of either HDI or ITSMF? Okay. You should become a member, because right away you save $200 off the conference fee.
And any classes that HDI provides, anything like that, it gives you some discounts, it gives you a lot of resources.
And not only that, now that you're here this time, next time you get another $100 off. So that's $300 right off the bat. And if you register even earlier, you get, who knows, up to $800 off. So become a member. There's a lot of value in it.
And something about those local meetings as well, it's not just people that speak at the conference, but it's people like you. You can go up and talk about what you're doing in your organization, and this is how you can find out what people are doing in your city, find out real-world case studies about people like you.
Share your stories. I went to my first conference in 2007 for HDI, and then last year Fusion was my first conference, and I thought I had nothing to share. But I come to find out that I do. And I guarantee you probably everybody here in this room does. And maybe you're not a great speaker, or you don't like to get up in front of people, but maybe you're a good writer. So write about your conference experience. Blog about it. I know HDI Connect, if you share your story, more than likely they'll post it.
You can post it yourself. You just go right out and you post whatever you want. You can post a question, you can post a thought, you can post what you heard in the session. You can ask people what they're doing. I heard this at the Fusion 12 conference. Is this what you're doing in your organization? I'd like to hear more about it. And it's immediately out there and people can respond. And it's free. You just set up an ID.
So the conference is not over when you leave here. Question?
Thank you for that.
For those of you that could not hear in the back, if you tell them that you are an ITSMF member and you go to their booth, they will give you a thumb drive of all their white papers. They have a list? Okay.
And another thing about the HDI Connect, you do not need to be a member of either of the organizations. You can go out anyway and create an ID and use it.
It's not a sales pitch, but there's a lot of great value behind it. And then keep it going. Take pictures, upload it to the app, upload it to the Facebook page. LinkedIn doesn't take pictures, but the Facebook page does.
And Eddie earned 7 points this morning because he uploaded a picture in the app.
So we're here for you.
Yes, you'll see, somebody was sitting in the back now, she's not there, but you'll see the fuchsia shirts. You can't miss them. They're an awesome color of fuchsia, though. If you have any questions, those are the people who can help you. You can also go to the registration desk. You'll also have these three, we have these websites. You have the attendees USA website, you have the HDI website, we also have the Fusion 12 website, and of course you have the mobile app. And most of the speakers and any of the track chairs will have on shirts. You'll know that they're the track chairs, and they will introduce speakers, so they'll be able to answer some of your questions as well. So here's our contact information, and Rayanne just got a Twitter handle. I haven't used it yet, though. But I have seen what other people have said.
So send her some messages.
I'll try to get better.
And there's our contact information. Don't forget to fill out the evaluation. Please, please, please do so. And does anybody have any questions? So we answered all your questions, or it's still too early in the morning? Or are you recovering from the Dallas Cowboys game? Tony.
You're there, it's actually a sliding. So there's a whole bunch of other menus behind that one screen. You can just enroll in case you want to
If you couldn't hear Tony, especially on your mobile device, on the iPad, you can see most of the icons. But slide the screen over to the left. There's 2 more screens for the mobile app.
And also, Tony gave us a tip last night that I forgot to share with you. I think it would be a very important tip to you. When you download the app, go into your own general settings of your device and turn off the notifications. Otherwise, you are going to see every time Eddie logs on and does something, and everybody else, you'll see that somebody logged into this session, somebody did this, somebody did that, and it will drive you crazy. So if you turn off your notifications, you won't be hearing that constantly, but you need to do that in your own device.
I don't want to know when you go to the hairdresser and get your nails done, okay?
You had something as well, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question about the CD sessions. There's not much out there about the sessions.
You had a question? I'm sorry.
About the CD available sessions, I'm sure it's purchased, but is it just the audio, or is it audio and slide
it
decks?
is just the audio.
Audio.
Right?
Audio only. And the slide decks, or the PowerPoint presentations, not the video.
And if you don't buy them while you're here, you can still buy them when you leave and have them sent to you. So that form that he had showed you earlier is a way that you can fill that out and get it, but it's most convenient probably to do it here. But it is the audio of the sessions. And then you would have to download the handouts. That will still be available after the conference. And you'll find that some speakers will add some additional information just because of what came up in the session, and they'll add some templates for you or whatever. So you can access all of that after the conference as well. Good question.
Any other questions?
Okay, so in about 26 minutes, we will start our general session and our first keynote. As we told you, that is Mark Sanborn. And remember that after his session, he will be sitting near the bookstore, and he will be signing books. So you can buy it at the bookstore, maybe even try to do that before his session, and then get it signed afterwards, as will the other 2 keynotes that we have shown you. So thank you very much for being here today. Hopefully it did answer your questions. It gave you a good idea of how to best capitalize on these next 2.5 days and to get the most out of your experience.
So get ready to unlock the secrets of service management. We want to thank everybody for coming, and we hope you enjoy the conference.
And don't forget your evaluation.
Thank you.